Mama never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. Osia dem yopo.
Executive Officer for the Petroleum Commission. Speaker, I didn't say a word to her. I didn't provoke her in any way. Suddenly, insults.
Odotechi, I am a member of the NDC Youth Working Committee. I'm going to call about 2024. Now I am a member already. What the kind at Ivan Che Innocent and Sonka or a youth activist, Sanso and a social commentator. Bio Maha.
Mini Joso.
Bibia Bokodia.
I'm home here, pa.
Good to see you.
Now, my disease is a do Koshefi and Kwanai. Yeah, he do Koshefi. And our bosses. We are go. And yes, you're in cheap as well. Said I didn't conduct them, Kenneth Kokasana. Get them call back. Now you NCA boss.
Okay, your platforms in
your
platform, but that issue there, me person be discussing you.
Me can't say discuss, but me can't do a pipeline move out.
I'm going to shut down.
NCA and
and I said, so say your man uncle. What about the aswa you do so? I don't think so. We have an appointment with you.
I mean, I'm catching.
You have an appointment, but
I have got fast. Big ako. One was executive secretary to the NCA Director General. Close ready the TV station.
Okay, between stations. You heard on the part. All kind news, so I don't say news. All kind China, but shame.
Obi crab bon you let higher pitch and no marginal lances.
But the truth of the matter is that NCA means switch off radio station.
Yeah.
Unless the directive for us or whoever to switch off.
Sure.
And yes, I didn't go was ye doom or you or them. Ha. Intina or Modern Crawford Baz, hey,
as a old is a big account to me.
Oh, yet to me your honum. And the Abear say,
and yeah for Louisa.
I go say what you do. I go see everything.
Oh, so when you're there.
Yamiadom.
And it's 29th day of the month, right?
Yes.
Just after soon entering 2025, we are ending there. Yeah.
But January nache.
Time flies.
January nache. And a DNA papa. Some of us school fees. A DNA 1 year DSC papa.
Time and season happens to all.
And
2025 will be an interesting year. Ya chiawa TFO nyina na de ba ko da makoma so pa me de ba haye setting up the National Dialogue Forum of the government.
Okay. Economy no dey no.
I mean my interest is the economy.
Okay, and mama fa we so small. You say Ghana enter into a deal with official creditors.
I was coming there.
Yeah, for $20-something billion.
Sure.
Relief until 2026.
So my main chairman is Ivan.
ECOWAS for Nkokra for the secretary.
We secretary. So and let me say Ranford say open one of the sharp brains a year Jumade change of government by take it, leave it. You can't take Ivan out. Madam for being the can say a Tom Rebia in politics, Nyan said the Shenkunieti. You know, Ivan became a force, especially people outside the country, will always want to listen to where His Excellency Akufo-Addo was taking Ghana to. You know, I think I'm not here to do lobbying for him, but appointing authority, we have to a bit open their eyes. Ranford, I say so because you see there are people they became the life wire for the victory. And reward must be given to the reward is due. Take it or leave it. And for me, on any day, Ivan was one of the life wire. He became a critical voice in analysis, in commenting. And these things were done from his pocket. Ofila Shibi never how.
Yeah.
You know, so let us see to reward people a big ginger the forward march of the cause of the party. Having said that, and for me, I've also said, person living with disabilities, I always say,
I think that as I'm not beauty kind in your manner na yo until they all can do no
Osa force no Osa force no
make no
they
all can do
no ja won mama
na yeah and you know is this the other side way
vice versa,
so people should know say yes. From the beginning, those times our platform to platform. That's it, no. It's been a long time. Yes.
Obia huno. Ajuma mi no no obia nim.
Yeah.
You know. Ode mani nwie.
Yeah.
But
Pacho Wavi.
But me near me person man we come here, we come here, man. No.
Let come as you know. Now, so Ranford, the intro aspect here, persons living with disability in being recognized under the government.
Okay.
And Ranford, campaign time, say, offer obiadmo deserving, but people living with disability in NDC did a yeoman job.
Yeah.
And in my view, from 2013 to 2017, PWDs were highly recognized. This time around, I'm not seeing it. It's true, Deputy YE CEO is a person with disability, but that is not enough. You are talking about a whole desk for the disability, 276 desks across the country. In terms of population-wise, Ghana, 13.2% of Ghana for did them of either way. So when you reward such category of people, you are blocking certain future votes. Round for the one of your biggest fans on Fantima constituency, Jane Ama Kwesen, Ama Benyuado. As in country, so we are to credit man because of the data on the show.
Metaman.
And Tiama Benyuado see your child.
Metaman.
Or Sinyam Yadma by March no Akraha.
I see.
O Tuabet now also.
Wombra.
And to them naughty.
Wombra.
So having said that, Charlie, so far so good. I mean, Oshe preparation of government in a year. Ministerial appointment, I'll give the government 99%.
Okay.
On the ministerial, especially involvement of women, involvement of youths, regional balance, pairing young people with old people. The government has done that so well. But be a mesra abandon on for an CEO's appointment because you know why? Most of the ministers are MPs, so more. For most of the time, they will be in parliament.
Okay.
But the CEOs now, any ministers, and that will be the interface between the government and the grassroots. And
ministers and
party people at the party can relate.
Okay.
If you appoint a minister on your party, and because the ministers are there for policy aspects or the policy bar, but the execution comes to the agencies. For example, so far Pablo as a youth minister. He has about 7 to 9 agencies under him.
Okay.
You may not want me now Pablo share every day. But all the 7 to 9 agencies the management team appointment to those places party factor should be key.
Okay.
Because any party man be interface. Nti one careful. Na okoye mother for all, father for all. Now kukukru bia dini kosi baby you may end up satisfying certain class of people.
Okay.
But eventually, se party bana feel like to be a koshe, free teshi nungwa, awoshi, enya, ablikuma, techiman south, bahwa. There will be a disconnect between the party and those CEOs. And those CEOs, omune implemented the programs of the ministries, international service, YE, NIP, MASLOC, Scholar Secretariat. Those appointments that must comment is in order because the people put there resonate with the grassroots and the party people. So having said that, I think that for my initial remarks.
Okay. But and shall share with that of the economy and the 7 member committee.
Na me bra man in territory mas.
Yeah, on the men Nasha said.
Oh, okay. To be a betum.
Oh, the betum. I shall see your first round the course.
Oh,
Cram your interview about Coways tea. On the Shassia chair.
Me the economy in here.
And young fair economy, we are no about.
Ransford who say, let me come to the creditors committee. Bosia bonya de bonnet. And I don't want anybody to say NDC bobosia and yet no. Every government we taxation free where or no source of revenue to cushion with developmental agenda. A borrowing. Now offer every businessman on the there are good and bad debts. Every good debt is a debt as a secure or contractor. And no bit my yeduma to yana hoka. And I always use Commander Sugar Factory in term 3. Sankan people are buying shares on my Commander Sugar Factory yeduma right from 2017. Nka ba now bosia bia Ghana banji free Exim Bank of India no. Nka internal generated funded revenue in free company no. Nka tuya no hoka creating more additional value chain companies. Yemfa Airport Terminal 3. Airport Terminal 3 ne from time the last NDC government esi Terminal 3 be pemon no. Bosia bia banaji and sa abani nyentua nwie it is getting close to repayment. That should tell you say enye bosia bo bia na ya de bonnet. The contention among for tade kantia aban yetwa mu ne say a chunk of ne bosia obono entimi nyedment tua ne hoka. And I'll tell you why. This external creditors committee abani o reach MOU you know. I feel no mba be member countries. Nti member country no you met the OC, which is more like the organization for the mother umbrella.
Okay.
Nti ebi China wo home, Netherlands home, Belgium home, US home. No, only on sign the bigger MOU. I feel now Baby go into the agreement per member country. And it's a 25 billion debt and out there. China the woman is saying, Netherlands is saying, France is saying, Korea is saying. Once you sort all those things out, no, and non just a man who to know. We a deferred payment. You can say deferred payment. O de car, but car would the share will seek as someone to your financial inflow, ne cash flow na. Won't meet all your debt obligation. You can go back to renegotiate. Into what the government now you say, Abana call renegotiating a debt payment timeline.
Okay.
In the timeline, you know, ya chima man say, oh, debt ananka was all service no 2025 no. Ya amount 2 additional year
2026
MP. And about mfaso e wo mu say e ma ban the fiscal space to do other things. Ntinka sika nka e bia nka de beye ahafo kwan apa east kwan north east kwan nka de kwa service or debt in 2025 no. They are giving you the space to free that space to for other project. They mesra ban no ne. Sika bia na nka was or the cost service the debt within this time frame. I am out the fiscal space no. So ye investment apply it into baby a bit material and who can generate scam.
Okay.
And for example, Yanko Cocoa Setter Dr. Randy Abbey, this goes to you. Cocoa Setter has become a cautious way of raising revenue for the government because every year no cocoa syndicated loan. I don't know whether said car abana bregu hono or see a service no anytime soon. But the cocoa sector say we make investment each seasonal year now. The returns come within 12 months. Because free be October be cocoa season. Enti se we cocoa road, oma free fertilizer, agrochemical, mass spraying. Whatever you do in cocoa sector no, within 12 month cycle no, it comes back. Enti there was a finance ministry at here say the fact that when you kwenya ama extend the debt payment for the next 24 months no is not a guarantee to spend money anyhow. Rather no, it is incumbent upon government to say okay, Sankana was saying me 12 billion to China. Me ama me 24 months to go. He fana met me this 12 billion na share. In the next 24 months no getting it back to pay no emma me problem on my. Now let me go back to the National Economic Forum na bana for me no. Now no me say former finance minister Honorable Amin Anta was taking a position say NDC aban e form National Economic Forum e dey say His Excellency Mahama nim their work economic management no na only any idea. Which I totally disagree. You see, the reason is this. Omo ya aban adwuma no. Adentina mo ho aya timika se mo mfa mo certificate mra me validation. Why? You far away, Jumum.
Yeah.
Oh, ye teacher ni, oh, ye nurse, oh, ye medical doctor, oh, ye banker, ABI, ADB, NAB, whatever. And I'm saying, I bang your judgment. Oh, wow, be a knife with me ba. Near Baby say, your baby payroll auditing. And he said, last 3 months ago, do said you could buy a sign fabra. Mumisa Ghana for you. Why do they do that? It's for the purpose of validation. And he said, I buy the manifesto ba. No, because my manifesto me am the buy a resetting Ghana. But me try say me buy within 120 days. No, I'll set up a forum. They will go back to citizenry validation. And to the National Economic Forum or Dialogue of the NDC government. No, run for some fast one say the government is going back to the people to seek the citizenry validation. And what does it do? Run for Ubet Machine born 29th of January 2025. A year later, you may not need to implement that, but you can do it in another way. In NDC are buying in 2024, share boss say, oh, you buy National Apprenticeship Program, Women Development Bank, a Jumera policy, 24-hour economy. They can go back to the point as an aura. So what the National Economic Forum, Dr. Ishmael Jansen, done for me, I see to be a plausible step, number one, to get the participation of the citizenry. So we be said to me, so Esra say, oh, NDC can 24-hour economy. But sen kaube to me, started from the metro, Cape Coast, Secondary, Takrade, Kumasi, Accra, Tamale, Techiman, Sunyang, pilot it. Ramfa Obeka ya deba akwe ma free SHS, FAC, continuous chronic challenges. The fact that you're in the wholesale. Enti abandon to me enya botre enya feedback ye.
Okay.
So for me, the National Economic Dialogue NDC about launch through a 7-member committee, is sensible. In fact, we woman say eba be ma adwedifo omo kra niema GPRTU for gold dealers for obia sand na number say is this the way to go? For example, Enrameshe defense minister ewo ne vetinum, and he was talking about the fight against galamsey. And I was like, look, the fight against galamsey is not just about deploying soldiers. You deploy soldiers through galam stock, wine stock. Still I didn't stop. So it means that there should be an alternative way that it can be done in a more excellent manner. So in my candid view, Dr. Ishmael Jansen National Dollar Committee is timely, is meritorious, and enhance the citizenry participation in democracy because I no sanwa. Oh, can't treat me munini say. Me social contract about what sign about I'm coming to you for validation. At the end of the day, citizen validate the person no muji tum na ya. It becomes a bona fide property of every member of the country. For example, Yemfa Ora. Ora has come to stay. And so bisa Ghana ni biana among most of the policies of the NDC, the Ghana for akomaso. Operation recover all the loot. But let me tell you, Attorney General Echo for Veteran, or emphasize say the government of the NDC may reintroduce the tribunal system. The MPP is trying to create confusion out of it to say, oh, the tribunal system under Rollins and it was more like witch hunting, persecution, etc. But look, so to Ukrum, now will be a Abrana His Excellency Kufuor Maye. No, to Sreje Dama. Now, within a short period of time, or see mansion or talk as a hodwa, you must begin to audit the financial lifestyle of that person. And the aura ne yetrim papa Ghana for assume. So we'll go back to the citizenry where they may even tell you where certain hidden assets and property are hiding. Okay, but before we inform CCS, President Mahama touched it down. Okay. From a year called Tanzania and or call a year Kenya. And call AU meetings. I mean, say how they are in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, they on Tayano. Or touch it down to see our airport. So live feed, also producer Behena or the Atoso. And I've seen Emame Marietta Brew. I've seen Tandobe Chief of Staff, Deputy Chief of Staff. I've seen the security for NAFI. So cameraman the DHD now. So see, I'm not say President Mama too crying over the weekend. I feel what touch that Chief of Staff Julius Debra and Edina Dima on the red carpet,
Omune nam so a omobanti. Okay, so we're trying to come. We're trying to come. Now we know Ghana, your presidential jet in the choir. I've seen a fellow scratch for Sue and I've been so opposing here within a as a former Kofi watch it, right? Yeah, Nathan Kofi watch it. It's what trying to come more Makofano from the airport. It's President Mahama attach it down from a year trips outdoor choir within the Africa continent. Yeah, Bio to us.
Okay, so Ranford, Mayoma, His Excellency Akwaba. Na Akwaba was here, there, we day here. And now His Excellency is to build an international reputation that will make Ghana attractive. Now, Abraham Banaminia, Ivan, Kasaba, ECOWAS, and people exiting ECOWAS. Yeah. The fruit of His Excellency Kufuado, do Diano, Swabana, ECOWAS for Ababetie. Because you cannot go and ditch and a West African country to their former colonial masters and later want to play games with them. Now, having said that, let me still come back to the National Economic Dialogue. Yeah. And before Akwanya we was Ghana for say, any moment Ghana for better the timetable of the National Economic Dialogue, let us get involved. Because you see, nobody the monopolist of intelligence. We must seek to contribute through the democratic dispensation. Look, Oko Singapore, more philosophy be said, you must democratize wealth. How do you democratize wealth? You can democratize wealth when you allow the people to participate. Enti abambia economic policy or the babe tudra so babe ya maono. How then do you get the people involved? How do you get the people to participate? Okay. How do you get the people to participate? And Hona Mihunu said, Dr. Ishmael Janssen Committee must be embraced. Obi pia our further ideas a bit mabwa man and chichiri ya kosono open up. And then let's thank God to say, but for the intervention of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Dunso would have come back in a very bizarre manner. But through his intervention, now Dunso is not back, and Dunso will not be back. Inti we now follow into the bigger National Economic Dialogue. Okay. I will personally be involved, but because you know what? We must get the validation from the people. And was said Ghana for no medium kokromoti fem here 57% plus and 38% if you vote for the MPP. No, I will say come back to them. You see, there are some people who to Obama NDC. They did so not because they love the NDC, but they did so because of the beautiful policies of who a manifesto. But we must allow come back and contribute to the post-election discussion and to the national dialogue of the government and Kwenya number 1. Yeah, the Magana for say Obi BIA drafting manifesto we now on. There is a second chance for you. Brabe contribute to idea of a sort. And the National Women Development Bank near there bar. San Kran Amogren say in a bay. Number 2, said National Apprenticeship Program or bar. Send ye in a bay. You are created for the very first time Youth Development and Employment Ministry. But you know what means the same ministry now you are creating. In what way might it be structured? Kwan ben I honor lawyer George Parado Faso Nyene Juma because you see the young people of this country killed themselves for the victory to arrive. So victory now but yeah. For the first time, we are creating a special ministry. Ebenya 7 to 9 agencies. Ne bote any say, yen develop mabunu, yen power mabunu. And look, every government be ana obenya conscious agenda. So promote mabunu ye dieno. The sense of winning election is somehow guaranteed. So that is that. Again, se ene yenya external creditors committee amomaji yatum. Na ye kan yeba be defer. The best finance minister said, we must also be extra careful not to borrow more. And now I know say don't forget to say oko capital and bond market now. And now my banya tremuni and intino. We have an injunction of a sort. Okay. And your mom you need basi. Say NDC abaya agency abeko bond or capital marketer. We will borrow at a higher interest rate. Okay. Because obi biana would they count into ya wokano. So oko banga kwa je bosia foforo a support to business. Bank ne beka se wo no risks na e wo so no eso enti nsihu na me de be ma wo no se man ye kese and the disadvantage wo mu with this whole external creditors arrangement ne say send this aban ye yadwen se be call capital marketer as we speak no interim injunction da so na even crown say injunction na anya adwuma Ranford so omoji tin say be bobosia na interest rate na nka quantity omode ba eye fofofo no they are going to raise the interest rate on any amount we borrow. The consequences in say fashion team so sa woko bond marketer bosia bia Ranford obedie no in dollars. And you say we sit na ntimi anye stable. Now bosia in dollars aban bi obesna ba bedi wade no oh broker go so for you are creating generational indebtedness. Enti aklo hye no ma meyem oye clot of blood ye nyanwo no no se ukoso de bosia na bosia na venture into concessional project and no bit metua no ka you are creating a certain generation indebtedness aban beko ye ba bro bosia na agusro ba ye mro bosia mfa nya niema one a bit metua no ka the social impact of those borrowing no will make sense to people. And one area on any day I will push for the say about 40% of government borrowing must go into the agricultural sector because Ranford say if you cannot grow what you eat, you can't eat what you grow. So what you are buying na niema odi kwa uyem. So when to one kasa when to me and ya a bedroom maybe no the old bed dinado ko free baby. Let me give you an interesting statistics. I've done a certain research on some commodities all over the world no. Ne value kure wo ho no e so chen cocoa na de bia ye koso no. One, let me start from rice. Ranford so far rice as a case study. Globally every year 450 billion worth of rice and amount food. $450 billion worth of rice. Tomato $195 billion worth of tomato. Vegetable oil $200 billion. Fruit juice $150 billion. Cassava $100 billion. Sugar cane $80 billion. Maize $90 billion. Pineapple $70 billion. Banana $60 billion. Palm oil $60 billion. Plantain $50 billion. Yam bayre $40 billion. Sorghum $30 billion. Granite $20 billion. Soya bean $15 billion. And today from Bloomberg and I'm in your report. Okay. It should tell you say abane ya say you go you focus on agriculture. Near on commercial production. Near be produce rice, tomato, vegetable oil, fruit juice, cassava, maize, sugar cane. The dividend that they be brand is immeasurable. They try to Musa Dankwa Global Info Analytics or the survey be about beto abonten. Na ose selfa afi remittances if freb amanone buy. Now they compare foreign direct investment. Remittances if freb amanone buy, almost 5 times foreign direct investment. But into Becca say, okay, what is foreign direct investment? Obi wa manone Ranford obehwe na opeso money sika obey investment to Ghana and only FDI. But obi so wo ha what to kwa kodru abruchi. Okodru abruchi no or the scare money fee. The Musa Damko to global go that is they say foreign remittances for 2024 stood at $6.65 billion for Ghana. And we have foreign remittances. Okay. Amount for a woman no mudi scare money fee. 2024 no Ghana for this scare money fee nkwa na ye $6.65 billion. $6.65 billion. Scare amount for the money for bruchi ba Ghana. Yenti ha FDI foreign direct investment or more mubesisi companies on be invest in Ghana no. And only ye $1.7 billion. So funny average is almost $5 billion net excess in favor of or more this scam money fee no. It is a way you buying and now you can say no. There's more deportation going on in US. Into US are buying a deport ni pa bebre.
Bianco fee.
Yeah, some other country may want to follow. Ebana sana foreign remittances na nyana 2024 no. And so betsi going into 2025. What must say? Yeah. And foreign remittances about 2024 $6.65 billion no. Say yanhwe not the Trump who yan a gene not twice 2025 foreign remittances no as we bet not about $4 billion. Now, however, no idea ne de company obesisi ya here no mba besisi yet we cram more tax waiver tax exemption the make question say baby as say ye drew no aban your tiswe ya nkasa ya aban ye de ne buy the Minister for Foreign Affairs I will say the ambassador of US to Ghana go into renegotiation. The reason is that Ranford, Siema ye deport a man for Begu Ghana, a Bema unemployment rate no a peja at the civil right at the social vices beba. Inti the American question say it is true. Trump decided to obey deport a man for. Is there a way that our government can engage the US administration so that Ghana for bebre no more deportation is where the omo bano you bet market early. Say yes, let me say it on this show. Foreign remittance Sebeba 2025 no, it will be less than the year 2024. A banner sounds so a ban revenue or pay at the actual money 2025 no, there will be a shortfall.
Okay. Maybe so a question when I'm in court na fi mene Ivan and Twaso honum. With regards to a year OMU abaya kosane.
Yeah.
Now you postpone your debt to $2 billion plus dollars.
Yeah.
And they're called next year now.
Yeah.
Arrangement in Mona Yamo Yesika Sem hold the money consonant.
Yeah.
Are we going to pay extra your furniture interest on that money?
I want to say,
and I send a transaction at year.
A lot of international transactions must pass through parliament.
Okay.
Until minimum po Ghana na mu sign yet.
Okay.
Whether it was the president himself,
or
chief of staff or finance minister. So finance minister sign here we are. Afen ye babe called the member country agreement.
All right.
Yentia se ha. Ye fe be creditors committee. Ye ka se creditors committee a. Abra Ghana kwama no ko bo obosan o bond market no. Countries bebre na kan bo mu beto o bond no bi. Countries no na be free France, e be free Netherlands, e be free Belgium, e be free UK, e be free Asia wherever. Omo wie no mu nyina aka bo mo te say okay. Ye sika a wabebo ye bosin no. Ye te CC creditors committee, official creditors committee dia regulate bosin na waboye no. And na ye kasa no. Sa committee ni nyina ne Ghana ba kwa aksetena dia tum se kana ye de no nyade ye betumatua ne ne ba ye betua. Ene ne tua mu no. Ya send your friend say the general framework. Afen na Ghana ban ne ankrankre country say what OCC num enti e bi as a Paris Netherlands whatever woman. Ghana finance minister is going to engage them. Oh yeah, I'm sure say because I say international engagement, they will lay that paper in parliament. Then parliament will ratify certain agreement. Parliament ratify Vienna went yeah. It may come with certain concomitant effect. Ebi betima ye den. Abri biana official creditors committee and will be going to mother agreement, They can lay claim to your strategic investment. Ebi ye den. Ebi betima ye port. ECG or water system. And the agreement where you sign, in as much as it is a good news, there may be other terms and conditions. And every contract be and if it be Obama for that utmost good fit. Abana kwayan shisha say, krata me dem nse sha see no. Sabri we sona mantime ntwa misika wo semitua. Majapade we ye somburu mutimi ba befa. I take you to Tanzania bisi wo ho. Zambia bisi wo Zambia. Edru maybe in Zambia, the Chinese government lay control over most of the strategic assets. And to question our bisano, abandoned to an among papa, but it's not conclusive yet. I was said in the coming days, Ghana, Bama Ghana for whom say, deferred agreement na yako sign, what are the explicit terms and conditions? And she understand it here. Number one, you have to be condition, certain condition precedent.
Okay.
Condition precedent to say, and son a mode agreement na tumno, and who baben out the man, the official creditors committee. Number two, member countries ne womuno, agreement ben anu omokwakoye. And I say, o sense agreement ni wie, na say duration of 24 months no so, na went me and there's also conditions subsequent. What are the conditions subsequent? Is it says a Ghana bent men in 24 months? On bedi your port, on bedi ECG, on bedi VRA, on bedi cocoa board. Government must come clean. Government must not do concealment. I will say Ghana buying back clean. No, my Ghana for who say agreement ayako say say 24 months ni drew. Na ye default to ye indebted and ye entria. Terminal 3 omo beje. ECG omo beje. Commander Sugar Factory omobeje cocoa na ye betia for 2025-2026 they can lay claim to it. Ranford aban no eni so dey we see Ghana for.
Okay.
Government must come clean. And then now you can say no. Government must not just pride itself in the fact that you sign an agreement. That is not enough. Into one, government should let Ghana for know what were the condition precedent.
Okay.
And don't forget, sir, finance minister act in our interest. Number two, second 24 months soon. In promptitude, what are the conditions subsequent? Finance minister, government of Ghana must come open and clean.
The ATM business question here because you know him, Bosnia Boa President Kufuor, the former president, and the administration they Ghana focus him. And see, I know ya dear. Say Ghana for ehunu send
precisely.
Now china bibi ba yan fa ho so bo anya den. I'm a ball.
Rafa make answer back control.
Meet you.
Aban bia a going concern. Going concern in the sense say you knew the challenges there. And now the manifesto way by say and now say one who challenges Nintino. You are coming to reset the country on the premises of jobs, accountability, prosperity. And on the accountability front, it was said by close of the week. The Finance Ministry of Ghana, headed by Dr. Kislato Force, must come clean. Nama Ghana for whom say agreement na yako sign. One, condition precedent no enunye. Number two, condition subsequent ni. Into 24 months drew. Na nyame mpangu. Ekoba se Ghana buy ntimi an service on any financial obligation. Na u default a. Enyama ben yes so default o mbeje. Port. Ya kwan nsuo Kenya enti eba no saa no a GRA Ghana for tuatom se to a ye tue ne se ye ntua ye to ye ne evade avoid taxes ne ntumi an service your debt in the next 2 years a ye yisi gina ekura ye no ometima ba beje Ghana water ometima ba beje but I'm pretty sure say this finance ministry will do the needful because you see so we lead it to one thing the government must avoid, Ranford, is concealment. And this is buying trust or the BBA say to me before. I dear back a boy MPP for an element of concealment. Omoya dear na your magin say money you mufia japade. So in ending no the papa.
Okay.
But bonuma be a berbobi and so bonuma then etare. Into agreement now was sign no come clean to the people. Magana for hunu. Senance share it here. So there's such be kra na nya na finance minister. Ni are shafo na for bar. Ghana for even in 2025 January kra no boy kokko say ntimi entua kan in 2 years time this will be the consequence thereof.
All right. Bernard Odrotechi, a certified economist, also a member of the NDC, Dasin Padaka School. Sir and nay open up visa mo asomra 2025 million or no. 2025 money audit mo asomra papa okonu kusi utrasia jano shiwa wasobeshi. Okay, I think that it's okay. Obetimi akwa ne ewoye obetimi akwa ne ewoye now yan share cocoa board issue no obi or any other way ya obetimi dey account but at long last the battle has ended and Ura Opuni and Ura Sedu Agongo are free forever. Beauty.
Ranford, one who said
over 7 years in court.
Evil will flourish when good men and women keep quiet. But if good men voice out and good women voice out, evil can never triumph. Look, the records are there to show. Selfa cocoa border in recent times. Ope CEO Bakwa Ghana to achieve highest metric tonnage of cocoa beans.
That's true.
Now, I'm not saying it because me a bononi. But Attorney General by Yambona Basso. The state wasted everybody's time for 7 years and over. In the jurisdiction, and all the justices near Attorney General handle case no. Can start charging of causing financial loss to the state. Because the process of the criminal proceedings for 7 years, the financial toll on the economy, you have no idea. Again, the omode Dr. Opunia family any allergy say do agongo a family in sunsanso e de bebra man so bia or pepas or person or some man or bet thinking you no miensa because you may be thinking says are they going to witch hunt and persecute you ade obi a on person or kind of clearly no and near my de papa no famu ne allergy say do agongo no was a clear element of witch hunting and political persecution. Look, we all know say ora yeduma. Makamesnary wedini. You see? But yemane koye de do topunibia, an element of witch hunting, persecution, criminalizing people when there was no element of criminality. There is no Ghana to build. Dear lawyer Attorney General I give credence to the fact say the MPP government wasted our time, our years, and they were on the mission of clear political propaganda.
Obiako procure fertilizer.
Precisely.
Oswako for Obize make fertilizer no fake.
Now in Bibi.
Enye juma nipa no ba was fertilizer na bojuma pa.
Intelligence amanya say abrana do topuni free so no. Okra and second makumako 1 million.
Wow.
Cutlasses.
Anko be check kokokuafo.
I said, because in a prosecution, you can't touch it.
That's true.
A caveat was issued. So the Attorney General, why you commando. The best under your jurisdiction and watch, the OSP and every state institution, say UOCO, Financial Intelligence Center, National Intelligence Bureau, which is BNI formerly, you dispassionately. There shouldn't be element of political persecution. There shouldn't be any color of witch hunting. Masa, so be a real manisika, said the Mrane Kano, Fana Famra Quenso.
No.
Bama Manen Koya say, we cried the air around for that you bet made the president.
Yeah.
And yen destroy the carrier ne. Said the bear that in the president didn't to me, Maso. And look, Ranford came to think about it. Alaji said to Agongo, one of the accused person, I don't come and know you free man. No only Heritage Bank meboa.
Yeah.
Na omo de the case in the Ghana so revoke the Heritage Bank license. Emma Ghana bank tran the sika so.
You're right.
I think over 100 billion or so. It's a certain amount of money. I don't know the actual, but around 450 million Ghana to 1 billion Ghana cedi. Yen Mr. Ghana bank said the guy can now file a judgment debt case against the government of Ghana. What do you say? Because omo de the case na na work court no. And then revoke the Heritage Bank license. And according to Mremono, the very door where we need case, it means the premises be a Ghana bank so the revoke the license is untenable and it cannot stand in the face of the law. And it may be so. Since they see a lady said we're going to go sorry. No petition Ghana bank said revoke the Heritage Bank license. Oh my me boka. Me file judgment debt case against the government of Ghana. Who loses? It is the state. It is a state. Until was Attorney General, former Attorney General say no, that be I say I didn't be charging me causing financial loss to the state. Having said that, when you so called baby na say dua kwakua na sitina say wu ade chia ntekuma ntena say ntonko. Every appointee under this current government must also realize say bibi da wanim. The aura must be a two-sort affair. The aura must not seem to be only targeting previous government. But the aura in it quest to deliver real justice and to recover looted amount, cash, land, whatever, no, we must also target our own. Until ministers, CEOs, ambassadors, board members, presidential staffers under the current government, no, aura na abano, amba ma MPP from Komo. Because Ransford, so ye deacon or ye elder. Now kwa Sunday mu ko preachi, say Joma Monye. Ni ebe na obaba twi Caesar or twi shisha some kind of shisha obi no obeje unyam sem na tom enti always no you must make sure your home is clean enti the make the manual sin say they are told to open no it must be a lesson to all current appointees say dwumade bi e de ahye wonsa say ye MPA say ye cocoa board say ye YEA say youth minister say ye finance minister no know that there's another government watching you. That government can be this government or future government. And for me, you can make yebe to me or na ye jumano. Yen placing more lens on current appointees. Or more the law will deal with them. If they misappropriated fund, embezzle funds, stolen, they stole lands, whatever, the law will deal with them. But see, me checkmate ye na corruption buffum, embezzlement buffum, misapplication buffum, looting of asset buffum. Ranford, this government will end up to be one of the best under the Fourth Republic.
All right.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.